I was Ryan Price's secretary, who trained at Findon. And one night we went to Plumpton when they had the first evening racing, and Tom Masson invited Ryan and I to lunch, to supper at Wheeler's in Brighton on the coast. And so we went, and there were, I think, about 10, 12 of us. And Mick and I sat opposite each other, and he sent me a note on a fag packet under the table saying, "Meet me here tomorrow night." And that was it.
The rest is history. So
yeah, the rest is history. Yeah.
So whereabouts did you live at the stables when you were married?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Yeah. So I have memories of Mick, well, the family living where the St Mary's Social Centre is now. And that's where the yard was, I believe.
Where?
Where St Mary's Social Centre is now, roughly at the top of Neville.
At the top of De Montfort Road?
Top of De Montfort
yes,
Road, yes,
opposite the prison.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was yes, and the gallops were just across the road.
Just across the road, yeah. We always had to cross the road. And the bank on the side that was opposite the prison and opposite Heath House is where we used to break our yearlings. Right. All in the open, all up on the road.
When the fair came there once a year.
Yes, that's right, yes. Yeah. We all loved that.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to go because I was too to be too young, but I snuck up there.
Yeah.
So, were you from a racing background before you met them?
No, I was from well, I suppose I was in a way that my father was always involved in racing, and I myself, as a child, was involved in show jumping.
And you had Stroller?
I had Stroller, the pony that Marion Mould went to the Olympics with.
Wow.
That was, I started him off when he first came from Ireland. And so it was a horsey background. And when I worked for Ryan Price, I used to ride out every morning. And on Sundays, from when I was going out with Mick, I used to come and ride out on Sunday mornings with him.
Lovely.
From Lewis? Yeah.
That is it. Presumably you just crossed the road and up onto the gallops and away.
Yes.
We were talking earlier to some of the other people we were interviewing about race day in Lewis. Do you remember race days?
No.
It was phenomenal. Coaches, nose to tail, throughout the town.
Yes, and the gangs. Yeah. The gangs from London. And
the story of the gangs are sort of of course the film Brighton Rock was supposedly around the Brighton racecourse and so forth. But Graham Greene wrote it about the Lewis racecourse. You know, so it wasn't a panacea of joy and happiness all the time. You know.
It was a mixture though, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There was royalty going up there in the...
Yeah, there was a lot of skullduggery in those days. Everything was very different, wasn't it?
Something I've learned today is when the King visited the racecourse back in the day, he arrived at Newhaven by boat. A special train from Newhaven to Lewis, then escorted through the town by a variety of policemen up to the racecourse. I mean, what a phenomenon to go, and returned it and disappeared by boat as well.
And I read actually, I don't know if it was in Bob Butcher's book, about how Tom Masson had the Queen in the back of a little van, sat on a rubber tyre, taking her up to the racecourse.
Yes.
That sounds about right, doesn't
yes.
it?
Yeah, I don't know, I'm a little bit proud, but maybe I shouldn't be. Not how you should.
Well, she's a great horsewoman herself, isn't she? She loves the horses. You know.
Yeah, but he trained for the Queen and for the Queen Mother.
Sure. As a Queen, well, I'm not sure where the Queen Mother stabled their horses. Did she have them dotted around the country, or did she have them?
Yeah, no, she did. I think she had them with Peter Caslett and with Tom. Tom had the ones that were dodgy.
Sure.
And then they went on to Jack O'Donoghue at Epsom.
She was a great horse lover, wasn't she?
Oh, she was wonderful.
She was
and such fun.
Yeah.
I mean, all the jocks. She used to hold a party for her jockeys every year, and they relayed to me the wonderful antics and things that went on.
It's the sort of story you don't hear
No, and they used to have to line up out, sort of in the room or whatever, and they would all shake her hand and what have you, until it got to David Mould, who would then pick up her hand and kiss it.
There's always one.
And the Queen, I think, visited Barnstables, didn't
Yes,
they?
she did.
And the lads were told that there was a Duchess coming over and to put on their best clothes. And then they walked in and the Queen was in there with Princess Margaret, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because the Lewis connection with the royalty, it no longer exists. But the bottom of Clear Street was Lady Boleyn's used to live, which was the Queen Mother's aunt.
Yeah.
And they used, when Princess Margaret was courting Anthony Armstrong-Jones, they used to come down and parade around the town with thousands of policemen, of course. But yeah, royal connections are there. So, are you still involved in horse racing?
Not really.
As a spectator?
We go to Goodwood a lot.
Yes, we go to Goodwood. We go jump racing. We prefer, and we both had horses in syndicates.
Right. Successfully?
Yes and no, up and down.
It was more
as
for
you know.
fun than
Yes, it was more for
serious.
fun than
Yeah.
It always cost
wasn't for
money,
gain.
wasn't
Yes,
it?
yes.
So, what's the future? I mean, you're going to have more horses in syndicates, or just take a back seat these days?
Well, I go to the sales. I go to the sales in Newmarket, and I go to the sales in Ireland every year with a mate, and we're very involved in a roundabout way. We don't actually own any horses, but
You used to buy horses and ship them over to Kuwait.
Yes, I did used to buy horses and ship them all over the Middle East, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Must be fascinating.
I'm a sheep farmer now.